Hello, my lovely students. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about tenses in general, and we will have a revision about tenses. So I have written here present simple, past simple, or simple present, simple past, present progressive or continuous, past progressive or past continuous, and the last one, which is present perfect. As we mentioned in the last lessons, we talked about each one of them. But now we will make them together and we will talk about them step by step and one by one. We will start with present simple. As we mentioned before, we talked about present simple and we say that the form of the present simple is verb 1 or verb 0 without s. So we put verb 1 without s when the subject is, or the subject pronoun is I, we, you, or they. So when the subject pronoun is I, we, you, they, or the subject is a plural, we put verb 1 without s. We add s to the verb when the subject pronoun is he or she or it. He, she, or it, we add s to the verb. Like, when do we use present simple? So the uses of the present simple is we use it when we talk about routine. Routine means habitual actions. Actions that happen regularly. Regularly means بشكل مستمر, بشكل منتظم. For example, I always wake up early in the morning. So here we have the word always. Always mentioned or indicates that we have routine or habitual action. I help my mother after school every day. I help my mom after school every day. So here we have the word every. Every day indicates that we have routine or habitual action. Sometimes we can say, I play tennis once a week. Once a week means one time in the week. So here we have also habitual action. So when we have routine or habitual action, we use the simple present or the present simple. We add s to the verb or we can put the verb 1 without s. Sometimes we use it when we talk about facts. Facts means al-haqa'iq. Haqa'iq, something that doesn't change at all. Okay, for example, the sun or the earth goes around the sun. The earth goes around the sun. The sun rises in the east. Here we have facts. Wood floats on water. الخشب يطفو على الماء. All of them are facts. They can't change. ما فينا نغيرهم أبدا. So we use simple present. And the last one, which is permanent action. Permanent action means أفعال دائمة ليست مؤقتة. So it happened for a long period of time. For example, you as a student, for example, you are 14 or 15 years old. So you live with your parents. Parents means father and mother. So I can say, I live with my parents. I can say, I am living with my parents. If you say, I am living with my parents, so you live with your parents for example, for Thursday and Friday. And the last period or the other period of the week, you live in another house, for example. So this is what we mean by permanent action. And the opposite is temporary action. Temporary means أفعال مؤقتة. الأفعال المؤقتة تأخذ present progressive. أفعال دائمة تأخذ present simple. Don't forget that when, if I want to change a sentence from positive into negative, we use don't or doesn't. We can use do not or does not, okay? Don't with I, we, you, or they. Doesn't with he, she, or it. Don't forget that after don't and doesn't, we always put verb 0. We can't add s, ed, ing to the verb. After don't and doesn't, we don't add anything to the verb, we put it verb 0, 0 form. Don't forget also that the last thing that I want to mention about present simple, that if you want to add s to the verbs, don't forget that sometimes when we have the word go, for example, the last letter is O. So we put es. Wash, the last two letters are sh, sh. We add es too. What about the verb that ends with y? We look at the letter before y. If the letter before y is vowel, The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. We put the verb and we put the letter Y, and we just add S. What about study? Before Y we have a consonant letter. So we omit, we delete Y, as if Y, and we put I, E, S. This is all about present simple. What about past simple or simple past? We have here we have verb 1, here we have verb 2. Verb 2, I have divided it into two sections. We have regular verbs and we have irregular verbs. Regular verbs أفعال نظامية يعني القاعدة نفسها. We add ed to the verb if I want to change it from verb 0, verb 1 into verb 2. We add just ed. For example, start, started, played, played, move, moved, found, for example. What about go? Irregular verb. So we have change here. We can't add ed. So it's went. Irregular verbs, we can change it completely. Sometimes we omit one letter, for example, and sometimes we keep it the same. For example, cut, read, read. Meet, met, we just omit one letter, okay? Don't forget that. So we have regular and irregular. When do we use it? When do we use simple past, الماضي البسيط? We use it when we talk about action that happened in a particular time in the past. فعل أو أفعال حدثت في وقت محدد في الماضي. So, for example, what did you do yesterday? So here we have the word yesterday. Yesterday tells me that I have to use the simple past. So I can say, I found my friend. I watched TV. I read a book. I read a story. I wrote a story, for example. I did my homework yesterday, okay? So we have the word yesterday, last week, last month, last year, last Friday, last hour, for example, ago. It's a very important word, ago. In plus year, and be careful, year, it should be before 2025. Now we are in 2025. It should be before 2025, because if you use 2026, we have to use the future tenses here, okay? So in 2010, for example, okay? So here we have the keywords of the past simple or simple past. Don't forget and be careful that here we use don't or doesn't, but here with all subject pronouns, we use didn't or did not plus verb 0. So we have something in common here. في عندي شيء مشترك. After don't, after doesn't, after didn't, we always put verb 0. And even in questions too, okay? So this is all about past simple. Be careful about the regular and irregular forms. Present progressive or present continuous. The form is am, is, are, plus verb, plus ing. And of course you know that we use I with am, he, she, it with is, we, you, they with are, plus verb, plus ing. When do we use it? We use it when we talk about actions happening now, right now, at the moment of speaking. For example, Mr. Mlهم is giving a lesson right now. So here I can use الحاضر المستمر. Sometimes we use it when we talk about something I'm sure that I will do in the future. For example, I phoned my friend and we decided to go to a restaurant tomorrow. So we can say, we are going to go to the restaurant tomorrow. And of course, we can use the present progressive. We are eating in the restaurant tomorrow. It's stronger than going to. Be careful about that. So the last uses of present progressive is temporary actions. Here we have permanent actions, and here we have temporary actions. For example, we can here use nowadays, for example, or these days. Nowadays or these days. For example, we are building a new house nowadays or these days. It's a temporary action. It's not a permanent one. It goes for not a long period of time, for a short period of time, okay? So this is the temporary action. For example, I'm eating a lot these days, just these days, okay? For 1 week, 2 weeks, For example, for 1 month, just these days I'm eating a lot of food. Don't forget that the negative form is just adding not. I'm not. And we can't say amn't. Amn't, it's incorrect, be careful. Is not or isn't, are not or aren't. What about adding ing? The form is clear. We just add ing to most of the verb. Most of the verb we add ing. And here also, if we have the letter y too, we don't look at the letter before y, we just put it and add ing. So it's different from here, okay? If we have e, we omit most of the time, not all the time, we omit e and we put ing. But if we have ie, if the verb ends with ie, we omit ie and we put y plus ing. This is all about present progressive or present continuous. Past progressive, it's the same form, but instead of am is are in the present, we put the past of am is are. The past of am is are is was or were. Was with the singular subject and were with the plural subject. If we want to talk about pronouns, was with I, he, she, or it. Were with we, you, or they. After was or were, we always add ing to the verb. And don't forget, after am is are. After was were, we add ing to the verb. في حالة خاصة هي المبني للمجهول اللي رح نحكي عنها طبعا. We use it, طبعا we have more than one uses. بأغلب الأزمنة في عندي أكثر من استخدام. نحن عم نحكي عن the main uses of the tenses. 2 actions in the past and one of them interrupted the second one. For example, I was studying when my mother arrived. I was studying English when my mother arrived. قدوم أمي قطع دراستي. So here we must put one verb in the past progressive and the second one in the past simple. We were playing football when our dad came. عندما وصل والدي كنا نلعب كرة القدم. So here we have one action interrupted the second one. فبيكون عندي واحد منهم past progressive واللي اجى وقطعه بيكون ماضي بسيط. Don't forget and be careful about the negative. The negative form, it's the same. We just add not, wasn't, or was not, weren't, or were not, and we put ing. Some students ask me, بعض الطلاب سألوني إنه إذا حطينا نفي بنرجع للverb zero. No, it's incorrect. ما دخل. So after was or wasn't, we add ing to the verb. Note or notice, لاحظ. After y, we always put past progressive if the tense of the sentence is in the past. إذا زمن الجملة ماضي وهي شغلة كثير مهمة لأنه ببعض الحالات ممكن نستخدم حاضر تام. طبعاً مو مطلوب منكم أنتم، بس يعني للتوضيح مشان زقلتوها بأماكن ثانية. After y, we put past progressive all the time, okay? But في عندي شرط واحد: if the tense of the sentence is in the past. لازم يكون زمن الجملة بالماضي لحتى أقدر بعد y have past progressive. The last one is present perfect. Present perfect simple or present perfect الحاضر التام. The form is clear, which is have or has plus verb 3. Always in English, after have or has, if you want to put a verb, إذا أنت بتحط فعل, we put the verb 3, not verb 2, and it's not correct to put verb 1 or verb 0. But have to or has to, we put verbs, okay? Be careful. Have with IBU, they, has with he, she, or it. The uses of the present perfect is clear. We use it to talk about more than one use, by the way, more than one uses. But here is the main one, which is actions that finished in the past and the result is clear in the present. أفعال انتهت في الماضي ونتيجتها واضحة في الحاضر. For example, I have cleaned the room. You didn't see me when I cleaned the room, but you saw the result of the room. The room is clean, okay? For example, I'm not hungry. Why? I have eaten in my home. When I came and saw you, I'm not hungry. The result is I'm not hungry, okay? Because I have eaten my breakfast, for example, at home. أنا مشبي، أنا ناول طعامي بالبيت، بس النتيجة أو الأثر إنه أنا شبعان. So this is the main use of the present perfect. The negative is clear too. It's similar to the previous one. Haven't or have not, hasn't or has not. And don't forget that after them we put verb 3. The keywords, the main keywords here is yet, for, since, recently, today, just, and already. Here we have something special about yet. When we use it with the present perfect, we change the sentence from positive to negative because you haven't done the action yet. You want to do the action, but you haven't done it. You didn't do it, but you want to do it in the future. For example, I haven't studied English yet. أنا بالماضي لسه ما درست، بس أنا في عندي نية إني أدرس اللغة الإنجليزية، تمام؟ إمتى؟ بالمستقبل القريب ممكن يكون. For instance, we should put after for or since a period of time, or a time. Okay, so here we have a difference. You should know the difference between for and since. For example, for a period of time, it's not indefinite. It's not definite. Okay. For example, for 2 weeks. 2 weeks أسبوعان ما حددت أنا إمتى. But for example, since Saturday هون أنا حددت اليوم فبستخدم since على الأوقات المحددة for مع الأوقات الغير محددة. في لها استخدامات أخرى أو يعني دلائل أخرى بس يعني هلا ما شرط نحكي. Recently we put it in the end of the sentence. Today we put it in the end of the sentence. Just, already, just we put it after have or has. Already we can put it after have or has or in the end of the sentence. This is all about tenses. Wish you all the best. Goodbye.